Hello everybody, it's Ariana and I'm bringing you a different kind of video today. We are talking about the new moon, which is on the 4th. So I'm going to go straight into this. As you see in front of you, this is the moon card and this is attributed to Cancer and Pisces. And I've created a different kind of reading for this. And I'll also take a picture of it eventually and post it to show you the way I laid it out. So in this card we see Sin, and that is the moon god. And so moonlight served more as a spiritual guide to humanity because of the regulatory of its changes, and the moon was thereby connected to both celestial and chthonic forces. Okay, Sin, who's the moon god, was the firstborn son of Elil, which is the king of Eros, and Ninil, the princess of Eros. And the lunar god was known as he whose deep heart no god can penetrate, because of his mysterious transformation during the moon's various phases. Okay, so just as a little background, his son is Shamash, which is the sun god, and Sin is considered a god who sees all the dispenses of justice. I mean, he illuminates the nights, correct? And he's also the lunar cycle also suggests a natural cycle of birth, growth, decay, and death. The name of Sin was often written in a cuneiform number as 30, indicating the number of days in the lunar month. Major holidays were observed according to the moon's phases. So the moon was very important. So you're probably wondering, like, what does this have to do with anything? So I just kind of wanted to share with you a little thing or a ritual that I practice every month in order to harness this new moon energy. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the moon up there, and then I'm going to go straight into the reading, and then I'm going to talk to you, a little bit more about the importance of what the moon is. And so the new moon, again, is on the 4th. The one for June is called like the strawberry moon, rose moon, strong sun moon. And this is for harnessing dreams and inner visions. So this is a good time to start a dream journal or create art or just to create in general. Okay, so I'm going to do a little 4-card spread, and I'm just laying the cards out, but then I'm going to take a picture and post it eventually to just show you how it is. It's similar to a Celtic cross, but I just thought of this when I was thinking about what can I harness from the moon, and I wanted to share with you guys what I gathered. Okay, so I have shuffled quite a bit. And our first card is in the center, and that's our new moon. And this is the new moon, and he's illuminating something to us, which at the end is going to be our major clarifier. Okay? So and this will be it. Okay. So the energy coming in is the King of Disc, okay? And now remember, this is around the moon, okay? Now, how to use it or apply it is going to be the Empress, okay? The energy that we need to release will be Judgment. Oh, wow. And how to release it will be through the Two of Disc, which says change on the bottom. And the overall energy of our new moon spread is the the Queen of Disc. Sorry, and this is Justana. Okay, and I've talked a little bit about Justana and how amazing and wonderful she is. So let's focus right now on the energy that's coming in. So I'm picking up that we're getting a very grounded energy. Now I'm going to go 2 ways with this. Either, you have this strong male influence that's coming into your month, or this is just the energy that's coming in. So either way, however you want to take it, this is Ninatura, and he's the mighty hunter, okay, the farmer and the warrior. And he's actually, they're like a family, if you kind of think of it that way, the king and the queen. So he is the courageous one. So there's some courageous energy coming in, guys. That's exciting. And He also kills the bird Anzu and returns the tablet of destiny to Elil, which is the king of arrows. So Ninatura was able to harness his energy of failure when Anzu defeated him, and he went back and he fought for what he wanted. He served justice. And so this is a force that it's all about the material production, expansive force, okay? This is an energy that's coming in that's probably making you think about your finances, how to set things in place, what you need to be doing, how to, work harder, those kinds of things. And so that's what's coming in this month. And for some, it might be a man who's coming into your life, or a mature person, a man or a woman. And this person's here to help you, and they have a lot of resources. They're a sturdy, good person, and very good businessman. So I feel like that's the energy that's coming in with this new moon. And we're going to leave the moon there, just like in the background, And so how to apply it, which is the Empress. And so she wants us to create. That's the energy I'm picking up. And everything came out upright. So woohoo! I can feel like this is some good energy that we got coming in. So the Empress is telling me that it's time for us to develop a plan and succeed with this plan. Because in her hand, she's creating the clay figure of Enkidu. And according to one legend, the name of the goddess was changed from Ninama to Ninhagrushka by her son Ninatura. So this is her son right next to her, and this is the mother. So this is telling me that it's time for us to birth something new. This is so exciting. So this is beauty, happiness, pleasure, fruitfulness, fertility. And it doesn't have to just mean fertility and having a baby, but we're going to birth some new energy this new moon. We're creating, we're changing things. And wow, I'm getting excited. This could mean marriage for some, maybe a proposal. I see family. I see just a choice to be made. A commitment's going to be made with 2 twos. So yes, this may be the month for some people that for us to get engaged, but this is also the month for people to make some business decisions. They will start new businesses. They will create a business plan, or they might put their finances in order. So that's the energy that's coming in, kind of like we're mid-year and it's time to get things together. So the energy that you need to release is that of judgment. So we have Etana and the eagle. And Etana is the one who's sitting on top of the eagle, who actually nurses the eagle back to health because the eagle did the snake wrong and ate its babies and had to suffer for, I think, 9 months in the ditch, in the pit. And the sun god, which didn't want to kill the eagle, allowed him to help Etana get the plant of fertility. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm so excited. Of fertility. And so he could have an heir to his throne. So someone is going to get pregnant. So there's probably some people there are a lot of people who are going to get pregnant, or at least start their families. I feel like this is some really good positive energy coming in. But the thing is that I want you to think about is the energy that needs to be released. And I think it's going to be focusing on the eagle. It took 8 months for this eagle to heal, okay? Sometimes we go through things and it takes us, like we should get over it, like they say, or move on. But everybody has a different way of grieving, okay? So, but I feel like this is a time that it's a good time to release this energy. And so when I see the judgment card, it means that there's a resolution, okay? The energy that needs to be released is this resolution. It's a change in your consciousness. It's infusion of the divine energy in a new phase, rebirth and renewal. And this needs to be released and it needs to be let go. So we see Ninatura, and then we see the Empress is who's creating. And then you're telling you to release the energy and rebirth and to change. That goes right into how to release this energy is to change. The 2 of disc, we see 2 figures. I don't know how to describe them, but 2 little figures. They look like little alien figures. And I always see one in the front and one in the back. And if this was a relationship reading, I'd have a different way of interpreting. But this one, I kind of feel like the choice has to be made on whether you want to hold on to this decision or let it be free and let it go. Okay? And I see two wheels and I see them going, and it's going to be your choice this month on how you want to release this energy. So it's like balancing this energy that you got going on. So things didn't go too well, but you got some good things still going. Which one are you going to choose to focus on? What are you gonna plant for this new month? So that's kind of how I see it. What's going on for the month? So the King of Disc is the energy that's coming in. How to use it and apply it is the Empress. We're going to give birth to something new. And the energy we need to release is to rebirth it, to let it free, let it fly, to let it go, and to heal, to give our final decision, make a choice. And how to release it is to change. We have to change. We have to change our mindsets. Change is imminent. News, communication, or travel, having to do something with business. So this is a good, positive time for us to manifest and to create change in our life. So your overall energy, our overall energy this month is Justana. And you see her sitting here and she doesn't look very happy. However, this woman was willing to go above and beyond for her brother. So I feel a strong sense of family. This is going to be a good time for family. And like I said, the moon is in Gemini. And this is focused on relationships and communication. So this makes me go right into my explanation of this. So let's think about how you build and strengthen or create new relationships, as well as improve on communication. Use this time to set your intentions for yourself. Journals, to-do lists, whatever works for you. Everyone is different. But use this energy to shine the light on your path and relationship with the universe and with others. Everyone's is different. Another way is to become one with the earth. So you see the earth signs, they're very grounded people. And then you see Aruru, the Empress, she has her feet. This is what grounding means, is to go outside and take off your shoes and feel the earth and feel the vibrations and get back in touch with nature. Another way to harness this new energy is to cleanse your mind, your body, your spirit, and your home. Get rid of things that no longer serve you. Declutter, just everything. Declutter your thoughts, declutter your home, smudge it, burn the sage, open up the windows, and welcome in the new energy. This is also a good time to develop a plan on how to strengthen or reconnect with yourself, a hobby that brought you joy, friends, and family, because once again, it's about relationships. So I read an article by Sarah Petruno. She's a shaman, and it's titled Spiritual Meaning of the New Moon. So why is this important? Well, the sun and the moon is responsible for moving the entire oceans and tides and regulating the growth of plants and breeding cycles in animals. We would be insane to think that it doesn't affect us. So a new moon equals new lunar cycles, which is when the sun is highlighting the unseen portion of the moon. So if we think about this as ourselves, this is time for us to focus on things that we maybe haven't been too focused on. Things that we kind of put to the back burner because we're so busy and we're surviving sometimes instead of living. And so the moon travels from the new, which is where it's being shined, the part that's being shined, to the full moon when it's fully developed and ready to show you everything it's been manifesting, everything it's working on. So part of the way I like to think about it is more and more that is hidden, it's brought out. So it illuminates in darkness. And you need to harness this to illuminate in your life what you would like. So maybe develop an intention setting ceremony. Like for me, for example, I usually write down the things that I'm ready to release. Spiritual, emotional, even things. I write them down. I pray. I set my intentions. And then I burn outside those things to the moon. And I release them. And I'm asking for help. And but I have to not only have this intention, but I have to be open and believe that there's change going to happen. And I can't expect change to just happen. I got to go forthcoming and make it happen. So that's just a little bit on what this reading meant for me. And I really am excited about this month, honestly. And I'm really super excited to see what you guys think of this. So if this inspires you or motivates you, please comment and let me know. Email me. Tell me what you think about my spread. I will send a picture of how I laid it out, how I would lay it out if I didn't have to show it on video. So this is kind of similar to like a motivational speech on how to use your tarot cards also. Pictures elicit feelings and emotions and ideas, and they can make us think about things. And so that's why I always like for you to think about, what are you getting from this card? What are you getting from this reading? And how does this relate to you? And that is it. So the energy for the moon will be the ancestor of skill. And so the ancestor of skill has a message for us this month, okay? And I do see some discs, so I do see business. And the ancestors, I like to think of them as like people from our family who've passed on, who just really have some good energy and insight for us. So what this card is attributed to the Justice card for me, and it's about balance and wisdom. And in the little description, it says, I stand for the artistry of life itself and can teach you how best to access the single most important skill of all, knowing the art of living, okay? So no longer surviving, but we will be living. Okay, so this is a hybrid of a deer and a person, expressing how important it is to blur the edges of common perception and seek skills from unusual, even unlikely sources. So the notes that I wrote when I read this is, think outside the box, guys. If what you're doing isn't bringing results, change it up a little bit. That goes right here. Change, develop a new plan, set your intentions, try something different. As crazy as it may seem, it might just work. Trust your instincts to guide you through. And so the interpretation they give is a skillful progress. Recognizing your abilities, because you're very talented people out there, and understanding the process of daily living, but also just enjoying daily living, not just going through the motions, but finding the beauty and the joy in everything, and finding the beauty and joy in yourself. So that's my new moon reading for June. I hope you guys enjoyed. But just to kind of like add a little bit extra to this, I like to use different parts of my therapeutic, I guess not expertise, because I'm not an expert. You're never an expert, you're always learning. Of something that I used to help me when I was going through difficult times. And I used a lot of solution-focused therapy. Look it up, look into it. It's very solution-focused. So it's time for us to get off of this problem-focused, driven lifestyle. And we need to start thinking about other things and how to make things better instead of complaining. And so one of the aspects in my book that I have here by Shazar is focus on the positive, the solution, and the future facilitates change in the desired direction. Therefore, focus on solution-oriented talk rather than on problem-oriented talk. So that's going to be my intention for this new moon. I want to focus on a solution instead of the problem. Because if I focus on the problem, I'm not gonna get the result I want. But if I can focus on a solution, and I can focus on my strengths and my skills and grounding and developing a plan and making a choice and making a change, then I'm gonna get the results that I want. And that's exactly what the new moon is trying to tell us for June, is to create, to communicate, and build relationships. So we see a family, we see the king, the queen, we see the empress with her creation. And I just feel like this is a good time for us to bond with our family, with our friends, to celebrate, go on vacations, enjoy the summer, those kinds of things. So hopefully you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know what you guys think about it. And please like, share, subscribe, and let me know if you like this so that I can do more of them. All right. So till the next new moon, which will be in July. I don't remember the date, but I will let you know when it's coming up. So June 4th, guys, it's time to set our intentions and make good things happen. So you guys have a great evening, and thank you for joining me.